In Cardano's case, now we are delegating the decision-making to the community. So Cardano participants will be able to decide the roadmap, the directions that the chain is going. I see it a little bit as a nation state that can vote, a bit like Switzerland with direct democracy, to how to use the budget, what to build. So it's a really, really exciting time.
We all want to believe in something. In Chinese, belief also means trust. We want to trust our systems and each other so we can build a future beyond what we know. Join us at Consensus Hong Kong, where belief becomes real.
Proof-of-stake blockchain Cardano was switched to decentralized governance Wednesday after the Plomin hard fork takes effect. The Cardano Foundation, a nonprofit organization backing the project, posting on X, the Plomin hard fork takes effect, marking the transition to full decentralized governance. ADA holders gain real voting power on parameter changes, treasury withdrawals, hard forks, and the blockchain's future, a milestone in blockchain governance. Joining us now with more is Cardano Foundation CTO, Giorgio Zinetti. Welcome to the show, Giorgio.
Christine, thanks for having me.
So this is a fascinating technological feat here. Tell us more about how ADA holders will participate in the governance of the Cardano blockchain with this update.
Look, you see, this is historic and it's super exciting. Anything can happen. And in chains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the governance and the changes made to the chain are mainly driven by leaders or core developers. In Cardano's case, now we are delegating the decision-making to the community. So Cardano participants will be able to decide the roadmap, the directions that the chain is going. I see it a little bit as a nation state that can vote, a bit like Switzerland with direct democracy, to how to use the budget, what to build, so it's a really, really exciting time.
I wonder how that works. Does one ADA give you one vote? Does one wallet equal one vote, or how does voting power? How does voting work? Do you need quorum?
Yeah, there's different actions, a governance action that can be done on chains, and different actions have different thresholds and different gates that they need to go through. But the one ADA, one vote, it's the main blueprint for how voting works. It's the best way. We are looking to make it even fairer in the future with some research, but for now, for proof of stake systems, one token, one vote is the best way.
I guess that would give an advantage to whales, the large holders of Cardano.
Yeah, you're right, Christine. What we thought about when we did the implementation and the groundwork was we created a tricameral system. So there's the delegated representative, those that represent the ADA holders. We all have the SPOs, so those that are in charge of running Cardano nodes. And then we have a constitutional committee. And so those three entities or institution will balance the incentive structures so that it's not only the decision-making is not concentrated in the hands of the rich, of the few, but it's more democratic, and it follows the principles outlined in our constitution.
And what about meaning, is there any kind of quorum that needs to be met? I mean, how many people do you anticipate will be voting on each of these issues? And what is the minimum required to make these votes effective?
Yeah, there's not a minimum amount of ADA that votes compared to the circulating supply. But for each action, there's an approval threshold that goes from 50% up to 75%. Don't quote me on this. I need to double check things. But you're right. I think high participation is critical to be achieved because, as you mentioned, one of the risks is that the whales will control the outcome of votes. And if there's very little participation, the impact of those whales will be disproportionate. So it's really, really important for us at the foundation to get as many people as possible to participate in governance.
And what are the first issues that will be put up for vote in your view?
Yes, I think what's coming, it's this hard fork will unlock the treasury, and so there's going to be budget requests, withdrawal requests. So different institutions will be able to say, this is my idea, this is my roadmap, and I would like to withdraw from the treasury this amount.
That's really fascinating, because Cardano has one of the top protocol treasuries out there. I think it's the 6th largest at $1.5 billion worth. So in your view, what does the community want to do with those funds? Do they want to invest in projects? Is there any talk of, I don't know, buying up real estate even, or having a diversified crypto reserve?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? We have an idea of what's coming, but anybody, it's permissionless, could come up. Christine, you could say, I have an idea, and if you get, enough votes behind, you would be able to withdraw the funds as long as it's constitutional. So probably in the constitution, there's some things that forbid you from using the funds to, build things that are not Cardano related. But in general, I expect additional research, fundamental research, to enhance the speed, the throughput, the privacy, the decentralization of the network, to be withdrawn. I know some teams are coming up with an alternative implementation of the node in different programming languages. Those they will go after Treasury. There's teams focused on marketing and events organization, and that's let's see what happens.
How about grants for projects? I know that's something that developers are keenly looking for.
Yeah, we have a Catalyst is already something that has been running for a few years, and I expect them also to request a sizable amount of ADA, and they will also probably run a more granular grant program for developers and for builders. Yeah.
I just want to touch on some news that we've been covering, and one of them is the National Digital Asset Stockpile that the United States is going to create a working group to discuss. And I'm just wondering, in your view, should the US hold ADA in a national digital asset stockpile?
Well, that would be good, but I don't know really. I've not something I looked at. I'm Italian. I live in Switzerland. There's more than 200 countries in the world, so no comment. Yeah.
Also, Eric Trump, the son of President Donald Trump, he wants to make American crypto tax-free, and ADA was mentioned as being on that list. So maybe you can clarify something for me, but is ADA an American cryptocurrency? Is there some sort of line of reasoning in your view that makes it an American cryptocurrency?
I also don't have many arguments here. I mean, the founder and the figurehead is Charles, is of course American. He likes to say Italian American, but yeah, he's American. The organization is very decentralized. So we have the foundation in Switzerland. A lot of the development is done in the US, but we also have a very strong community in Asia. And I would argue if a blockchain is made 100% in the US, this is a red flag for this chain not being decentralized enough, right? Because you want the chain to be running in many, many states and be unstoppable, right?
All right. Well said. Giorgio, thanks so much for joining us.
Christine, was very nice. Hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. That was Cardano Foundation CTO, Giorgio Zinetti.